All right, we're recording. Welcome to the Centaurus Festival. This is the opening ceremony with me, Paige, and Orion.
Hi, it's me, Orion. Orion Scribner and my partner, Paige Shepard.
Hell yeah.
Hi.
Come here often.
Hey.
Once a year. Welcome to Centaurus Festival 2026, or Onion Con, as the joke has been, because Onion is our mascot this year, which I think is pretty neat, but I'm biased because, I love Onion. She's my cat. Onion Con, yes! As you guys already know, the sidebar has the official links, including the schedule and everything. We have a lot of really cool panels this year. I'm going to be adding at least one panel to the schedule before the end of day also, so heads up, there will be an announcement about that. Other than that, though, I'm really glad to see everyone. We were kind of worried about the Discord stuff that was going on, and what was going to happen to the convention, given that we weren't sure if Discord was still really going to be a thing for conventions at the beginning of March, since that's when they had initially announced that they were going to drop most users' abilities to use the stage channels, which is obviously pretty important. We're in a stage channel right now. But given all that, I'm glad it all ended up working out. Somehow it ended up working out. So we get to have another Centaurus Festival this year. Oh, you didn't know they announced that? Yes, Discord did announce that they were going to be doing age verification, which meant that most users would be set to teen by default. And teen by default does not have access to the stage. That's how that works. Luckily, it didn't come to pass. They pushed it off until the later half of 2026. So that will be a thing for other conventions that they will probably need to tackle, but I also think there have been a lot of people hard at work figuring out alternatives to Discord. So I wouldn't press yourselves too much about that, to be honest. I think it's going to be a fine year for all the Alterhuman conventions. And if it's not, I think we will all collectively figure it out, you know? I trust everybody who runs conventions to figure it out. I didn't figure anything out, but, that doesn't mean I got lucky.
Also, we are aware just now that some people are not being able to post in the chat for the panel stage. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh no, some people can't post in
We know that it's not because of the Discord age verification thing, because that hasn't been rolled out yet, and it's happening to people who are registered officially as adults. So it has something to do with the role settings for...
One moment. Yeah, that's very odd. Aha, here we go. Okay, yep. Save changes. That will be caught on the recording, but that's fine. We can cut that out in post. Freedom! I'm so sorry, everyone!
Sorry about the delay. We just couldn't take a minute to
look
at it just yet, at first.
I was like, man, everyone's being quiet. Oh god, am I being a weirdo? Am I being me having flashbacks to every public speaking nightmare I've ever had in my life? Like, oh, no one's talking to me. Oh, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, we just weren't being able to respond to the other chat at the same time.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to lock you in a cage. I'm doing great. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, God. Me sweating nervously while everyone's beating against the walls of their invisible enclosure. Running around in chat. Discord being just itself. Cage by page. Yes, exactly. Okay, yeah, so sorry that you guys were locked in a cage. I did not mean for that to happen. Thank you for letting us know. Great start to the con. God. But But yes, welcome to Centaurus Festival 2026.
The opening ceremonies for every online convention always involves a certain amount of troubleshooting and making sure that all systems are operational.
Oh, I'm always operational.
I'm trying to figure out how you're being flirty by saying operational, but I'm just not really...
No, it was a plural joke.
Oh.
Not everything I say is flirting. Just like a solid 30%.
Operational is a plural joke?
No, all systems are
systems.
operational. Okay. Shiloh got it.
Apparently I'm the straight man of this comedy duo, which is funny because I thought I wasn't straight.
I mean, certainly don't seem it. All systems are not operational. These bitches are asleep. It is 9:35 in the morning where I live. If you are asleep, if most of your system is asleep, if you literally just rolled over in your bed and popped this open on your phone, I do not blame you, and I do support you. It's 6:36 a.m. there? Holy shit. 15:30, that's 2:30 over here. No, that's 3:30. I know how to do math. Oh, yeah. That's embarrassing.
Earlier this morning I saw there's at least one person in Australia. And boy, wow. Yeah, that's a time zone. That's a real time zone difference, and that's a real struggling to
do you guys remember the night bloggers of like 2012? Sorry, that's not relevant to this. 8:30 a.m. Oh my god. It's the wide range of time zones I'm seeing. We really do need more cons that are not hosted by people in the US. The Night Crawlers of Fresno? No, the Night Bloggers. It was like the same time as the science site of Tumblr, you know? Are we old? No. No, it's the kids who are wrong. People still night blog. Wait, what are the night bloggers? Oh, okay. A little Tumblr lore trivia. I don't think we're gonna upload the opening ceremonies this year, perhaps. I'm not sure. This got a little off track. So the night bloggers are what the Australians on Tumblr were called in like, man, I want to say like 2012 to 2015? 16? It was like the beginning of Tumblr. And because the joke was like, man, who are all these people like blogging at night from the U.S. Americans? And it was the people on literally the other side of the world. It was usually the Australians. So that's where the term night blogger came from, kind of as a joke. And yeah, it was a couple Americans with fucked up sleep schedules. Yes, Dodek. The Australians are awake. Yeah, literally. Other countries exist? What the fuck? At least one of the night bloggers was you, Poppy. That does not surprise me. Does not surprise me at all. I've seen your sleep schedules over the years. It's pretty bad. Not to call out my friend on the opening ceremonies. Actually, I think most people in this community have pretty questionable sleep cycles. I feel like I've met very few people who are like, yes, I go to bed at a regular time and wake up at a regular time every day. That sounds...
That's me.
That's Orion. I think Orion's the only one I've met who ever does that. Orion's like, oh, it's 9 to 11 p.m. That's a normal bedtime. Oh, it's 7 to like 9 a.m. That's a normal waking up time. I'm like, whoa, how do you do that? Nova, I don't know how you do that either. That's incredible. I wish I had that power. People who have regular sleep schedules are more powerful than the rest of us, and they probably should be feared, to be honest. Orion, are you okay?
I'm fantastic. Well rested, typically.
I'm being called out. Bullying me at my own convention. 8 to 9 hours a night of sleep sounds amazing. Gilman, I'm so jealous of your girlfriend.
Try 12. It's the greatest.
12 hours of sleep a night? That's a whole half day. That's like... Man, what animal sleeps throughout the whole day? I'm suddenly forgetting every...
Cats.
Cats. That's some cat behavior. Other people also chiming in cats. Koalas. Oh, man. Yeah, you're right. Koalas do that.
Oh, yeah.
Where are the koala therians at? Cats at Onion Con? Who would have guessed?
I saw there was a koala therian I was just seeing on Blue Sky.
That's cool!
First one I think I've ever seen.
I feel like I saw a koala on the wear list once.
But yeah, maybe somebody where like they had a list of stereotypes.
Not the rarest stereotype
Yeah.
I've seen, but definitely like a really cool stereotype to see.
Yeah,
I've seen a
we have
koala
an
on Tumblr.
earwig here at Centaurus Festival. That's a rare one.
That's so cool, yeah!
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen an earwig therian.
I think the first earwig therian I saw was definitely on the wear list.
Yeah, and
During the same time, the broom therian, I think, which was also a really cool stereotype.
I don't remember that one.
He had some really cool animist writings and perspectives, if I
What?
recall. Yeah, you can still look it up.
Oh yeah, I want to read that later. That sounds fascinating.
It is cool as fuck. I found his writings back in 2017, 2018 when I was looking up stuff on Objectkin. Because I was fighting with somebody on Tumblr. Go figure.
Oh yeah, and Neve was looking for other Objectkin. Yeah, Neve, if let's try and send you the links to those on Wearlist if we
I
can
will
find them.
see if I can. I think I found it by going on Wearlist and I think you literally search broom and you can find it. There have been a couple of object therians on the wear list.
Wait, there was another sound mixer other than Neve?
Yo, what? Hell yeah! And obviously Ponty. Yes, we all love Ponty in this house.
Oh, it was you. Okay.
Oh, that's cool!
That's cool.
God.
I hadn't realized you had been around that long.
Our
Wow,
community
that's great.
is so cool.
Yeah, I always love encountering really rare stereotypes and kin types. I don't know, it's like when you get to see a rare bird when you're birding, you're like, what? I had no idea those even lived out here. Wow.
Holy shit! Sometimes you find people who have, kin types, stereotypes, link types,
Or where you're like,
archetypes.
what is that like? It's so, that must be such an interesting perspective, and to hear somebody try to describe it, it can be really interesting.
My favorite thing is when it's something I've never the fuck heard of before.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what do you mean that's like a real animal or a real profession or a real object? I'm like, we're not talking about Neve like he isn't
Neve,
here.
we were addressing you directly.
Unless people in the
'Cause
chat
we can see you in the chat, yeah.
But yeah, I love people with rare and niche kin types. I mean, I also love people with very common kin types because it's really cool to see how many different ways someone can be a wolf. How many different ways someone can put wolf as their name. I'm sorry, wolves in the audience. I love you. I really do. I've just seen so many Wolfie with a Y, Wolfie with an I, Wolfie with an IE, Wolf with a U, Okami, Wolf in a different language.
I am genuinely confused whenever I encounter somebody whose handle is Coyote because I'm not sure if they're the same Coyote as the other Coyote or the other Coyote, or, the other Coyote who changed his name to a slightly different version of Coyote.
I think that's the
Later
funniest possible thing that coyotes can do, actually.
Yeah, see, the thing is that I guess these wolves and coyotes, they don't...
I feel like I've seen another
actual
Tassel worm.
wild, feral, therian animals don't really do names.
Yeah.
Unlike folks like my species who are basically humans rotated 180 degrees, but still basically people who wear pants, and have books.
Honey, you
and
have
taxes.
seasonal philo plumage. I don't think that counts.
I mean, that's still rotated 180 degrees from humans, but we have names, and so, I shouldn't be so surprised that wolves are like, yeah, hi, my name is Wolf.
Hi, my name is Wolf. I mean, my name's literally a question. I know so many rabbits named Bunny. Yes, also that. True, you're so right. I hadn't thought about that, but Bunny. You're right. That's cool.
There are some...
What exactly is seasonal plumage rotated 180 degrees from? Is that rotated from beard hair?
It's rotated 180 degrees from humans being in heat all year round.
I was laughing too hard. I don't think the mic picked it up. Get confusing. Name yourself after a bird you aren't. You are so correct. Alabaster / albatross. Gonna start calling myself Pigeon. We have got to get back to the day when the Wolfkins would meditate to find their true name. Imagine if you meditated to find your true name and it was just like Greg or something. Like, you went on this huge journey, this huge quest to discover your real, actual, true, capital T name, and it's just something like, hello, Jonathan. I don't know.
Xylanthi, right? There's some who call me Tim.
Oh my god. I love true names, honestly. I think they're such a cool phenomena. I wish they kind of hadn't died out in the community. Like, one person in my system has one. I just think they're neat.
Are you joking about a spirit telling you your name was Bob? Or is that actual?
Probably a joke. Oh, Timberwolf! Oh, that's a good one! Oh! Sadly, yes to God. I wish it wasn't a joke. Hey, Bob's a perfectly respectable name.
There's a lot of mythology behind that, after all.
Behind the name Bob?
Yes.
What? I feel like I should know this, and yet I don't. At a convention about mythology.
Wims, DM me, and I'll send you some interesting Wikipedia links.
The Bob lore.
And a link to a book about the history of English personal names that's quite fascinating.
Oh gosh, you're so cool, Orion. I'm winning! Yeah, my name doesn't have any lore. I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, it apparently has a lot to do with pre-Christian folklore about the spirits of the woods.
Oh shit, Bob is a cool as fuck name. I'm learning things.
Yeah, that's why robins are called that. They're named after the forest spirits.
Arcade is asking if you have a book for every situation, Orion.
I don't doubt that there is a book for every situation.
That wasn't a no. I hope you all noticed.
Whether I have them is another question, but I can work on it.
That's what your local library is for. Support your library.
Also, how's our audio still doing? Sometimes I'm turning more toward Paige when I'm talking, and I'm not sure if that's picking up my voice as well. Okay, good.
Support local libraries. Chimeras! Hi, we love you, Kai.
Hey, good morning, Chimeras. Our partners.
Pausing briefly to be gay.
Our librarian popping in. Support local libraries.
You overslept? Oh, it's okay. The first half of this was us talking and nobody saying anything, and then us realizing that nobody had permissions to speak functionally. So, like, you didn't miss anything important besides me being embarrassing. Oh, gosh. Yes, local libraries are great. I've been really enjoying the libraries local to us, including at least one that I've seen featured on a Tumblr post, which was kind of weird. I won't mention it because I don't want to dox myself, but, and I was like, holy shit, I recognize that place, and it was wild.
Yes, get your library cards renewed. If you don't have a library card, get a library card. Find out about weird things that you can check out at your library other than books.
Or find out about weird books. I've been checking out stuff from my local library based on Floridian lighthouses, including one I'm hoping to visit next weekend. I couldn't do it this weekend for obvious reasons. I'm helping to run the convention, obviously. Oh yeah, Florida caves, underwater diving caves, because I've been writing horror about it. So, consider checking out weird niche things from your library this weekend when you're not at the con. Free seed packets. That's so cool.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Where like you grow the plants and then you give the seeds back to the library from the plants that you grew.
And Arcade, yes, you can DM me and ask which library it is, but it's one we've been to together, if I recall.
Yeah, you've been there.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. It's one we were at very recently, hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yes, Nova is correct. Some libraries have museum passes that you can get, so that you can go to local museums and gardens. Some libraries let you check out wall art, so like a big framed poster or something like that to enrich your home. So you have it for like a month and you return it and you check out a different painting, so you're changing out the wall art all the time. Some places you can't check them out exactly, but you can reserve materials like bones and skeletons and specimens and things. All kinds of stuff. And yeah, DVDs, video games, music, online streaming stuff. There are a lot of online-only libraries that you can access. Like there's the one that specializes in queer library books, so that people who can access them even if they're banned at their local or school libraries.
What do you check out a skeleton for? I don't know, Orion. Why do you check me out sometimes?
Science and art.
Art reference is definitely what I.
It's so much fun to draw skeletons. You get better at drawing living people after you've drawn it. Norman Rockwell.
Sometimes you need a buddy.
Sometimes
you need a
skeleton,
body.
Oh, yeah, he's just there to be your friend. He smiles really well. The skeleton does. But yeah, Norman Rockwell said that the way that you get really good at drawing faces is to draw 100 skulls. And that's interesting.
Morbid. I love it.
Because like you don't think of Norman Rockwell as being a Norman as a morbid guy, because he's the guy who designed our vision of the American vision of Santa Claus and all that. He's very American apple pie kind of style. But like
as a guy who's drawn a lot of skulls because my face is a skull, I feel like I definitely learned more drawing real life models than I did learning skulls. I would actually personally argue.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you need both.
You need the skeleton and the skin.
Yeah, you need the whole thing.
You need the whole thing. Where did this opening ceremony go? Oh my god.
Where it usually goes, into a certain amount of troubleshooting and horsing around.
Oh, that's why we're the Centaur Festival, so horsing around.
Oh. Nay.
Nay.
Do centaurs neigh?
Do centaurs neigh? Are there any centaurs in the audience?
I mean, it's the wrong end.
You've drawn... Oh, fuck. You haven't drawn 100 skulls, you've drawn one skull 100 times. False!
Ooh.
False. I have drawn other animal skulls. My Lino print that I have on the table actually has a gator skull and a heron skull on it. And is it good? No, but they are drawn. Did someone say horse? Poppy, I adore you.
Am I recalling right? Arathine isn't here, and she would be able to say, but I think the one of the people involved in coining the word otherkin, one of their kin types was centaur.
That is sick. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was...
That's incredible.
They were not an elf. It was like...
They were not an elf!
Yeah, none of the people who coined it were
Centaur
elves.
rep.
They had, like, an animal side, and, like, I think there's a dwarf... Man, I don't have it right in front of me. I don't remember. But Arthine's brief history of the word otherkin or other kind, that's where to look for the information about how that word was coined.
Poppy says that
can someone drop that in chat?
His cameo shifts do not come with neighing. Unfortunate but understandable. We've all been there. Or, well, we've all been having that cameo shifts that aren't what you expect. We've all been there. A prehistoric rhino, like a woolly rhino? That's cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool. That goes hard as fuck. God. Everyone, I feel like being in the community is so funny because, like, everyone has the coolest experiences you've ever heard of in your entire life. And then I'm just like, hi, I'm a dog with a skull for a face. I'm dead. It's really funny to me.
I mean, you've been having some pretty interesting conversations about that in the Psychopomp thread and forum channel that got started yesterday. If there are any other Psychopomps in chat, go check them out. Really interesting talk about what that means.
Jazz hands, at least you have a skull face. I mean, true, but, like, my husband, Thomas, really... Oh, yeah, I got married, like, 2 weeks ago.
By the way,
I got married 2 weeks ago. My now husband, Thomas, who I already considered my spouse, you guys have heard him. He's done lectures and stuff with me. He did the Alter Humans and Relationships lecture, if anybody attended that. He really likes to stick. He knows my phantom limbs. Like, he knows my phantom body, and I have a phantom body 24/7. And he really likes to, when I'm just, like, zoning out or doing something, or even when I'm in the middle of talking, he'll just immediately narrow in on where the hole in where my nose would be is, like, the snout hole in my skull, and he just sticks his fingers in it. It's fucking awful. Anyway, having a skull for a face has downsides. Several people are typing, worst boob! Yes! Literally! Need to think of a cute code name for Thomas. Token Human. That's his code name. Gotta go, but we'll see everyone in a bit. Farewell. I love Thomas. I also love Thomas. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have married him. What a loser. How is Thomas? Thomas is currently at work. He's been on vacation for the last 2 weeks. After we got married, he was just like, peace out to his job for a bit. And I had 1 week vacation afterwards. Who is Thomas? Literally just some guy is probably what Thomas would say. I'll have to let him know that you're all thinking fondly of him. He was kind of sad he couldn't be here the first day. He still needs to give you Tale of Two Wastelands. Yes, he does. If you Discord him, Atari, I bet he would see if he could set you up. Probably this weekend. That is my guess. Or, we could just wait until you're back down here. The benefit of being able to just grab somebody in person. Your boyfriend is also some flavor of critter. It's very funny, like, how often alter humans get to be critters together. Because, like, I would consider me and Thomas critters together, even though he is, like, an ortho-human. He's still human in, like, kind of a critter way. Like, you know how cis people who do, like, some serious gender introspection because they have, like, been exposed to the fact that gender is kind of a fake concept a little bit, just a teensy bit, and get that whole, like, cis plus thing? Thomas has, like, human plus going on for the same reason. He's the most creature human you've ever met. 100%. 1000%. Several people are typing Thomas is Thomas Plus. I mean, there was that time at last year's Centaurus Festival. No, that might have been Centaurus Festival 2024, where he met another person named Thomas and renamed them Corn Chip. You gave your girlfriend shifter's disease? Hell yeah. Subscribe to Human Plus now for $6.99 a month. Oh, sigh. No doubles your corn chip now was basically what Thomas said, like, verbatim. Oh, what's shifter's disease? Shifter's disease is an old term for when someone kind of starts getting a lot of cameo shifts, a lot of...
The original definition of it from shifters.org, and I think that's where it started.
I think it started there.
Yeah, I think it was there, not on Alt Horror Werewolves proper. It comes from the phrase medical student's disease, which is where somebody is studying medicine in college, and they're reading all of these lists of symptoms, and they start seeing them everywhere and thinking that they have every disease. So shifter's disease, they came up with to mean when someone starts interpreting every sensation they have for something shifting related, especially if they think it's the sign of an impending P-shift. So that was
God, it's so relevant now.
Yeah, so that was how they defined it at the time. Was that
Bring it back. Bring that term back.
It was that people would they would have like cramps or something like that, and they'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna physically shapeshift into an actual physical regular four-legged wolf. And then I will be a wolf on all levels, including physical. But so Paige, the definition you've heard it used with is a different one. Where...
Yeah, I've heard it more so used for when someone starts looking into a kin type, or has just joined the alter human community, or is exposed to something, and then they start having these cyclical cameo shifts that don't fit into their identity, don't fit into fiction flickers. They're just kind of a thing that keeps happening to them, and they're like, ugh, okay, I guess I have to deal with these. Or sometimes they do take it and they're like, can I build an identity off of these? And then they end up not being able to. Yeah, see, Poppy agrees with me. We're seeing the difference in when we joined the community between us, Orion. Because you have quite a few. I didn't join it till much later. Everybody thinks I've been in it way longer than I have. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, I bet a cameo shift as an anteater would be like insane.
Oh,
That's so cool.
I feel like I would, if that happened to me, I'd be so self-conscious about feeling like I was about to hit my nose on things, even though I was like 2 feet away from them.
I would stand really far away from people and just poke them with my phantom tongue. I would abuse the fuck out of that phantom shit.
You guys can't see it, but I'm making a face.
Elephant cameo.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's another one that makes your face feel weird, I imagine.
I had a
so now talk a lot of no's.
Dodek, don't say that! Oh god, I'm pretty sure that people born around the time you got in the community would be legally able to be on Discord now. Oh no, because I got, oh god, 2014. No, people born the year I joined the community would be 12. They can't be on Discord yet. God. I am not a baby, I am a man. I am not a gray muzzle. One more year, oh, I'm threatened. Calculating from 2012, no. People, they're on Discord page. I'm being threatened. I didn't join the community in 2012. I joined in, 2014, 2015. I started researching in 2014, really, really deep research, but I didn't create my blog until 2015 because I wasn't confident about being this is my face and name that you can address me by and know me by. You know what I mean? There's people, I am still pretty baby in the community, all things considered. I am not a gray muzzle. My muzzle is not gray. Also, I don't... People have been really weird to me in the past couple months about the whole, Paige, you're a gray muzzle and you're so powerful. And it's I am a guy who works construction. Leave me alone. I'm so much younger than, most of the people I know in the community. Younger in how long I've been here, and also, age-wise younger. My friends tend to skew older than me, 5 years on average, I'd say. Yeah, technically my muzzle's white, because it's a skull. Checkmate, atheists.
Yeah, and gray muzzle is also a phrase that they use in the furry fandom, to mean approximately the same thing. Sometimes it can refer to somebody's actual age, and sometimes it can refer to how long somebody's been in the community. The Therian community has also used that phrase for about the same amount of time, and people are not at all consistent with how they define it either. Sometimes they define it as only meaning people who are in the community in a specific time period and place.
Yeah, the ways that gray muzzle tends to be used in the furry community tends to be age-related more so than achievement-related, while in the alter-human communities, I feel like it's much more achievement-related than, and community, it's a title you don't give yourself in the alter-human communities, typically.
Yeah, people who self-describe that way might be having an ego thing going on. Might not be good.
And meanwhile, I have imposter syndrome. So I have the exact opposite of that. I don't think I'm hyper competent. I think my friends are extremely great, and the people I surround myself with are bloody brilliant. And I think that this community is overall fantastic. I don't think I'm the common denominator here. I think all of you guys are. To be very specific here. Not to hold up a mirror, but I am holding up a mirror to all of y'all and everyone else who's not here. Yeah, if the alter human community went by age, 40 years tends to be the base level for gray muzzle that I've seen in the furry community. It tends to be 40, from what I've seen, and to be fair, I've only seen, I haven't been to furry cons, so.
Around when people start having a little bit of gray hair in real life.
Yeah, about when they have actual gray hair in real life is when I see it used for furs. You formally joined in 2023, but you've been on the edge since 2016, 2017. I mean, like, Gilman, count it however you want to. You can do whatever you want forever. I know some people who just count their biological age as how long they've been in the community, which I do think is a little misleading, but also it's none of my business. I don't care.
Yeah, and Arcade, I agree with you. It's weird that people, a lot of people think that 30 is old, and I've always, like, I remember when I was a little kid, like, I don't know, 8 or something, and I heard a relative talking about 30 being old, and I'm like, give me a break. You're not old until you're like a grandparent or something like that. 30's not old. And that was even from my
I'll
perspective
never be
when I was a
old
small
because
child.
I'm child free. The community is also confusing to you, Gideon. I feel like if you know that alter humans exist, like you've seen them or you know, like, not just like then that counts as knowing the community. I'm not talking about like knowing mythology where someone turns into a swan, for instance. I'm talking about like knowing that there are people in real life that you can observably go have coffee with, like today. Does that make sense? Eternal youth by not having children. Yep, that's my secret. Legit. Yeah, that's what I kind of define the community as. Just kind of. The first one was a dead forum. I'd still count it. I feel like finding tracks is still counts in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm just some guy. I don't make the rules. I don't even remember how I discovered the community, just that it was on Tumblr. And saying to me that that's the year I was born. Oh my god. I can't believe they kept making new people after I was born. That's so wild to me.
Yeah, I think somebody the opposite of a gray muzzle isn't somebody who's young or inexperienced in the community. It's somebody who's like defining words wrong and doubling down on it when people try to correct them. That can be so frustrating.
I don't know if that's the opposite of a gray muzzle or if that's just a normal guy on the internet. Wolfie Blackheart is how you discovered the community, Poppy. I feel like you told me that. I feel like I knew that.
Yeah.
See you later, Shiloh. You've known about Otherkin since 2014, apparently? Dodek, who could be responsible for that? I don't know. Yeah, I learned about it from Tumblr. I think somebody was discoursing, and then I was like, oh no, that sounds like me. And then I went and I read and stalked blogs for like 6 months, just kind of absorbing information. Mostly it ended up being Chimeras and Orions and another kin and Serious Otherkin, I think. God, it's been so many years. Just kind of slurping up information. And now I'm dating Orion and Kai, and that's really funny. Pretty gay. You're blushing.
Yeah, I don't have a witticism. Hi, Kai. I see you in the audience. I love you.
2003 is wild. That's so cool. You remember Serious Otherkin? Yeah, I Pepperidge Farm remembers. It's so wild because Poppy, do you remember Fuckkin, the really big anti-Otherkin blog? We were literally chatting like the other day. We were literally discording. I really wanted to go see Iron Lung with them, but then we couldn't make it happen.
Okay, we've been doing opening ceremonies for like half an hour. We might want to pivot more toward orientation type stuff, like frequently asked questions and orienting people in where to find things. Is there anybody here who is new to Discord and might need more guidance with using Discord? I think all of you are people I've seen around a lot, so I'm pretty sure none of you need extra help with using Discord, but drop a message in the chat or
orientation. Oh, well, I'm early. Yeah, schools do use Discord now, and corporate offices also use Slack, which is basically just Discord. Yeah, if you need any assistance regarding Discord questions, regarding panel questions, as always, we have an open door policy. If you want to set up a panel or anything like that, if you want to get it on the schedule, just come talk to us. We are super happy to accommodate you. We are super happy to see where we can put you. We want to encourage ideas. We want to encourage people to do things. Doing things is really cool. And yes, as Nova pointed out, because Nova is great, donating to the Internet Archive will nab you a donator role. I still need to put the links in the donator channel, but we do have last year's donator goodie bag that will be available to donators, and we're putting something up for this year as well. It's going to include some books, some movies, some my zines, some really cool stuff. So consider it. Also consider just donating because the Internet Archive is fantastic. It is so often the basis for a lot of what we do. Like, the Alterhuman Archive seriously relies not just on Zotero, but on the Internet Archive to have that Wayback Machine option for especially older sites, and especially sites that are a lot more, nebulous, so to speak. Microblogging platforms and even blogging platforms like Tumblr don't exist forever a lot of the time. People often get banned or delete their blogs, and so the Internet Archive really is, as Chimera says, the MVP. Consider donating, not for the donator role, but because it matters. And yeah, Tumblr does have so much link rot. That is genuinely...
Yeah. When a Tumblr blog has been inactive for a certain period of time, the site automatically changes their handle and then later deactivates them. So that causes a great deal of link rot, even though that person didn't delete their blog and their blog wasn't banned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because then all of the links to their blog posts don't work anymore. And people change their handles for fun on Tumblr a lot, too. Which is not a good idea, because then their old handle can get sniped by somebody else. So also there are a few different ways that you can reach out to volunteer staff for help if you need any during the festival. We have the tickets channels where you can create a ticket if you want to speak to a group of staff privately. That's actually a better option than DMing an individual staff member, because then it has the chance of whichever staff member is available being able to respond to you sooner. That's great if one of the staff just happens to be away from their keyboard at that time. Yeah, so that's the best way to reach out to us. And you can also post in the what is the channel called this time for help?
I believe it's literally the help chat, or help desk rather. Yes, it is help desk in the con floor. So that also, thank you, Dodek. You're brilliant.
Yeah, I just I'm not being able to look at both screens at once quite.
So yeah, if you guys need literally any help, please just ask. Things with setting up the convention this year were hectic because of Discord originally saying we're going to kind of axe panel stages from a lot of people, and then walking back that decision, and just, there was a lot
everybody hated it.
Because everybody hated it. There was a lot of ambiguity, so things were kind of, there were a lot of last minute changes, a lot of last minute putting together. Initially, we were trying to figure out where we could host besides Discord. So if there are any problems, if there are any hiccups, please just let us know. We'll be on it as soon as we can. I'm free all weekend. I should be, well, not all weekend. We have a thingy we're doing at some point on Saturday or Friday. Or, no, Saturday or Sunday. But we will be here most of the weekend, me and Orion. And I know that Nova, Dosky, Dove, all the other volunteer staff will be here on and off. So don't hesitate to add us. We are here to help. Yeah, Zai, I would say that literally everybody disliked the age verification on Discord. I didn't see a single person defending it.
I don't think the people running Discord liked it either. That was something they were being pressured into for legal reasons. One of the owners of another social media website that's very old school, Dreamwidth, posted a great thread that had a lot of inside perspective about it. And the problem is that so many different countries are trying to pass laws about age verification on the internet that are exclusive and contradictory to each other, that it's being a real headache for everybody who runs something that's social media-ish. because you can't really capitulate to all of them at the same time. Because, like, for example, some of them will require you to collect information that another one forbids you from collecting. Things like that. So I think it's just being kind of a bad time for everybody all around. It's, yeah. Yeah, and you can't access Dreamwidth right now in Minnesota, I think it was the state where it's blocked because of the laws being
There's
stupid.
a couple states.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Poppy was saying, for the panels, literally don't hesitate or feel shy if that's what's holding you back and you have like a really cool or interesting panel idea that you'd like to do. It is not nearly as scary as it seems. Like, I promise. It's a lot of fun. You get to hop up on stage and info dump for like, half an hour to an hour about something you care about. Is generally how panels tend to run.
Yeah. We just ask that people do original panels that they have not run before at other conventions.
Yeah. There are exceptions to this. Like, if it's one panel you haven't run in, like 3 or 4 years, it's fine. But if it's a panel you run every year, we are trying to do like original panels this year, especially because I don't know when the next Centaurus Festival will be, depending on the Discord stuff.
Yeah, because of Discord's changing policies that might make it so that you can't do this anymore later this year.
Yeah, so we're trying to make it a real party this year. We're doing our best. And we'll just we'll play it by ear in 2027. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, Nova and the Draconic Wizarding Workshop will be hosting a panel tomorrow on how to run panels. So if you're interested, please go. It would be really awesome. And if you're like, oh, well, I kind of have an idea, but it feels like I'm not quite there yet, well, there's HowlCon, there's OtherCon, there's, I think, the Fiction Fair convention. There's a bunch of other conventions out there that you could, if you're like, well, I have an idea, but I want to, like, cook with it first, then do that. That's great. Oh yeah, and Shining Hearth. God, how did I forget Shining Hearth? That's literally in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's later in March, right?
Yep. Usually Shining Hearth is at the very end of March, because we're at the very beginning, so that works out like kind of nicely. And the Draconic Summit, and Therian Convergence, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. I probably am. There's a lot of conventions. It's great.
The Plural Positivity World Conference is in April, I think.
Oh yeah, and the Plural Positivity World Conference. CitrusCon just ended last week, and there were Alter Human Convention panels at that.
HowlCon, that's all the way in September, right?
HowlCon was great last year. HowlCon was so much fun. If you didn't go to HowlCon last year, go this year. It was a blast. Calixa CitrusCon was a fandom-based convention, actually, like for fandom as a concept. But it ended up having some Alter Human stuff, like one is explicitly on plurality, I think another on non-human identification. It was really cool. And yeah, HowlCon was amazing. 10 out of 10, love HowlCon.
Yeah, and Dysphoria, there is a Plural Positivity World Conference. That one is not hosted on Discord. They use other platforms for theirs. That's run by a non-profit, though, so they have funding options that a lot of us indie folks don't, if I recall.
Yeah, for the Plural Positivity World Conference, I believe you need to pay to access it, which is kind of rough.
I remember this last year, they talked about how the platform they were using changed so that they couldn't do as large of an audience as they used to without for free. But you could still watch the recordings and live streams without participating.
And there's the Furry Studies Conference that, oh gosh, I forget which university is hosting it. I'm going to be honest, that one leads very academic and a lot more furry than Alter Human, and the Alter Human panels there that I did see were a little, I had some strong opinions about them, personally. I did think that they were very, well done, in how they were done, but I was like, as an academic, I would love to talk with this person and, over a cup of coffee and hash things out. But Yeah, furry studies is very academic also.
Okay.
They don't.
We should probably.
We should make a list.
Yeah.
We should. I have a partial list in Other Connect that I think somebody pinned of like the dates for a lot of the conventions, but not all. So.
Yeah. We'll post it. We'll post it in this server later. What channel should we do that in? Panel questions, maybe we could. Mm. What channel would make the most sense?
what channel would make the most sense for that? FAQ maybe? Would that be an FAQ?
Oh, somebody else has a list. Thank you, Gilman.
Oh fuck! I did forget Shifter Northeast. Therian Convergence is not online this year though. They are offline. They will be visiting 4 or 5 different states and kind of tagging along with some furry conventions. And Lunath will be presenting panels based on behalf of the Therian Convergence convention. Or at least that's what they said on their Tumblr, if I recall. I know they've already done one. Mythic Space. Oh, yeah. Animal Instinct Productions, Kin Meets, Alter Fest. I don't think Fiction Fair has a date yet.
Oh, Calixa, we were going to set up a starboard, but we haven't done it yet, I don't think.
Announcements or advertisements would also work. Yeah, there are I think there are physical Alter-Human meetups and howls. I don't think there's really a physical Alter-Human convention.
Yeah, not necessarily Alter-Human per se, but yeah, people meet up in person.
We love our howls. We love our gathers.
Yeah.
No definitive plans for Fiction Fair yet. I'm really excited for Fiction Fair, though. I'm very, very excited to see it get off the ground. I cannot wait. That's Fair Arcade. I can see why. I can see that. The thing I liked about the Plural Positivity World Conference is that not all the panels were in English. I liked that.
It was a little bit difficult that their scheduling has a lot of panels at the same time as each other, so sometimes you have to pick. But yeah, they had a lot of interesting sounding programming. Take a look at search for the Plural Positivity World Conference on YouTube, and you can watch a lot of recordings of their old panels.
And I see a
lot of them are in French, and unfortunately, a lot of the ones that sound the most interesting to me are in French, and I can't listen to that. Because Paige has some French.
I know a little bit of French.
Yeah.
Enough to pick up, like, maybe a sentence or two, but not enough. I see a lot of people being like, oh, there's questions. Oh. There are a lot of folks on the West Coast.
Yeah.
I would like to say that, especially in Washington and California, there are a lot of Alter-Humans. You could absolutely throw together something physical there.
They have done some that are
like that's where I think some of the biggest meets have taken place historically.
Yeah, a good way you can find out about some of those is to join some online groups that are regional for Alter-Humans in your particular region, and that's a good way to hear about it if they're groups, or help organize some in-person meetups. Yeah,
if you can find those regional groups, that's like really great for just hanging out with other people a lot of the time.
Calixa, if you would put that question for a guide to putting together physical gathers safely, we have some resources about that. So put that in the panelist chat, in the panel questions, so I can get to it after this. There are a bunch of resources about how to do it safely.
Yeah, and like Poppy points out, just be careful about physical meetups with Therian in the title. Especially if you are in a Latin American country or a Spanish-speaking country outside of that. Because bigots are using it as an opportunity to frame Therians as dangerous, and especially to be violent towards younger Therians.
Yeah, there has been, in case you all haven't heard about this, since mid-February there has been a really big media frenzy in the Spanish-speaking world about Therians, and it's focused on young people who do quadrobics and wear animal masks and stuff like that, and they're spreading a lot of rumors about them either being dangerous to others or endangering themselves and other people and animals attacking them. And a lot of it is just urban legends. It's something that I'm planning on trying to do a roundup of the news about it later, but it's been very much on. It's been referred to in large news organizations like the AFP and AP and NPR.
Yeah, and also for that reason, if you get approached by media or anything, because a couple of people have been reached out to by newspapers and journalists.
And a lot of it is AI generated stuff that's fake too, and so that really makes it difficult to separate real from fake. It's really adding a lot of confusion.
Yeah, so just basically be safe. You guys already know, don't talk to journalists, don't talk to the media. Don't anything that you say to a journalist can and will be twisted, and just the only way to win the game is to not play. You guys already know this, but I'm saying it anyway because this will be recorded. Don't
I think
don't do it.
Coolsville sucks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, don't become the next on all levels except physical meme. It's like, even there is not a single person in this community who I know of that I would think, yes, they could probably safely represent us in the current political climate to a journalist. Like, no one. Don't do it. It's a bad idea.
I've seen some people talk about having more of a harm reduction approach for talking to media, where instead of saying flatly don't, more that it's something that has to be done extremely carefully and still might not go perfectly. And also it has a lot to do with making sure you know exactly what media you're talking to, which is a mistake that people make a lot. A group will misrepresent what media organization it is, to try and get people to interview with something that's really sleazy, things like that.
Poppy, I could because I'm special and maybe I'll never die. Sarcasm. I appreciate that. I have seen the posts that are harm reduction, and like,
that's like,
I still personally, and like, that's the wonderful thing about the community, we're allowed to disagree.
Yes, absolutely. I still
personally do not recommend it.
Yeah.
I would not. Also because, like, you don't realize how much of a target it puts on your back for that sort of thing.
Yes.
And how quite literally dangerous it is for you and your family.
Yeah. Just because one journalist does well interviewing you, what they reported on is going to get reused by other journalists who aren't going to be as careful. It's something where I don't feel like I have a really strong opinion about it, an informed opinion about it at this time. It's something I want to learn more about. I have seen some, it seems like it would be interesting to read about different perspectives on it. But yeah, there are furry journalists and there are furry groups who work on being a good contact for journalists. But that's furries. We don't have anything like that presently for otherkin or Therians, or alter humans. Maybe for...
Poppy going, we could. I'm not gonna do it.
Me neither.
You guys can handle that stuff. I believe in you. You'll do fantastic. Please. I
want this to be somebody else's job.
Yeah,
we're not a non-profit.
We're not a non-profit.
We're just some guys. We have jobs.
Cries. I don't want a job. Sorry, that's not relevant. Yeah, I wouldn't be... I won't lie. It's not a bad idea for someone to put something like that together. I think it's actually quite a good idea. I think there's definitely people who have some intense, like, media literacy and journalism literacy that could do it. I don't know who they are, but I guarantee you they're out there. And also, I already have enough projects. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
One of y'all gotta do it.
Yeah, I think specializing on what kinds of projects we do is reasonable, given that we have to balance our volunteer work in the human communities with other things.
Oh, the joy of being an adult, having to be like, what do you mean I can't spend all my time doing all-to-human projects? This is terrible.
It's volunteer work. You can burn out even if everything goes fine.
Oh gosh. Coffee is brewing. Oh man, I want coffee. I haven't eaten breakfast and it's 10:30.
Oh my gosh, you haven't had breakfast.
It's okay.
You've only had cold medicine.
Oh, I am doing this while sick. So if my voice sounds a little weird...
You sound perfect.
Oh, thank you. I mean, you're obligated to say that. You're my boyfriend. Get well soon. I'm trying. I had to call out of work today, not to play hooky, but because I'm actually sick. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous because the other day Paige was like, "Oh, should I call out or should I not?" And they came down with an actual real life cold, and we had been talking about how to fake having a cold, and now they have one for real. And like that's kind of the best of worst world, the best of worst worlds. What am I saying? I'm mixing some
Finger on the monkey's paw curl.
worst of
I
both.
hadn't been planning on calling out originally because I was like, oh, well, I just had time off for my wedding.
Well, Paige had requested the time off from work, and their job denied it. So it's like, what do you expect is going to happen, you guys? Yeah.
Yo, Paige, you're sick. Thank you. I do my best.
The best of the bad.
The best of the bad. Sometimes you get a cold and everything hurts. That's life. But yeah, I would love to see more specialized alter human groups out there because right now I feel like I have eyeballs on a lot of the projects going on and that they are often run by the same 30 people, I'd say, 30 to 40.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with, one person running a bunch of projects. If I said that, I'd be a fucking hypocrite, obviously. But, I really want to encourage more people to, get out there, step outside their comfort zone, do the thing, win the points, sports. I mean, I have 2 lectures dedicated to it, so obviously, but still, if any of you guys want to do things like that, and you haven't already, please do. Please do. You too can be cool and make things and organize things. Yes, correct, exactly. That is what we want to transfer into your brain. That's fair, Poppy. Yeah, project management is kind of a lot. It's part of why I have not rebooted, or I guess taken off of hiatus, Inky Paws yet. Because, you wouldn't think organizing an anthology would be a lot of work, but it really is, and I'm very small and tired.
Yeah, and Poppy, I like how you said that about people being cut out for project management. Some people just are not very good at working together with others or staying on top of schedules and that's things that you can learn to do, but for some people it's just an endless struggle. So even if they want to do cool things, it makes it a lot harder to make it actually happen or to go the way that they hoped.
For how do you get going in projects? It depends. There's a lot of ways you can do it. Sometimes if you have a group of friends and you're just talking about an idea, that can just spin off into its own project. If you have a group of friends and you're like, hey, I really wish there was a grunge band by the name of Eagles Wearing Talon Claws or something, and you're all musicians, then that just kind of naturally jumps into, well, let's create the band. Other times, sometimes, if it's a project where...
just a sec, I want to cut in and say, please don't talk about the reputation of organizations out there just now, since this is being recorded.
Oh, yeah.
You need to take those conversations somewhere else.
I'm sorry.
I'm referring to the chat.
But yeah, we don't want to get in trouble with folks. Yeah, the chat is also being recorded.
Yes.
But if you have a project where you want to... Oh, hi, YouTube! Where you want to, gather in people you may not already know, or people who maybe you're not close friends with, who you don't have, really direct communication lines with. That could be things like zine anthologies, or, comic anthologies, and stuff like that, where you're it's a co-op project, and you, can post an advertisement for it in places. You can do an interest check and just be like, hey, howdy everybody, what do you think of this idea? How do you think I could, improve it? Would you want to be involved? Does this appeal to you? And people love to give their opinions on shit. We are a very opinionated group of folks, and that's, I think, my favorite thing about us. If you ask people, do you think this is a good idea? How do you think I could improve this? Would this interest you? they will answer. It's the best thing. They will tell you directly to your face. They will be like, that's cool, or not really for me. But it would be if you did XYZ. And if in that case you take what they've said to you with a grain of salt, because it is your project, and sometimes people will say, here's a suggestion, and it's like totally the opposite of what you're planning on doing. And then you just go from there, and you're like, okay, here's my ad, here's how you can join it, here's my Discord, or my forum, or my website, or my email. It really depends on the project, is kind of the thing. Generally, it's a little tailor-made per project, and also sometimes projects come out of nothing. Like, that's the great thing. Sometimes it's literally just you and your friends are working on a thing together as a joke, and the next thing you know, it's a real thing. And you're like, wait, how did this happen? Yeah, the community is 100% the best resource. Like, you have the community here for you. You have people in the community. Even if you've never talked to someone before, 9 times out of 10, if you reach out and ask for their help because they have experience with something that you want to do, they will assist. Like, this goes for anybody who runs any convention in the Alter-Human community. If you ask them for help, they will answer you. If you, like, see somebody who runs a website you really like and you ask them for help, they will answer you. Like, you can't ask people to do the projects for you, but if you need a hand, people will give it to you. Like, that's what our community is all about, you know? The power of friendship. Yeah, it's literally on our community literally runs on the power of friendship. Oh god, I didn't think about that. It's not wrong, though. The power of, I don't know if friendship is the right word? Companionship? The power of cooperation? We are all holding hands. The power of kinship.
The power of debating and arguing together until you've, like, built something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about debating and arguing with other people in the community. Sometimes it ends in a sort of, like, I'm never going to speak to you ever again, get out of my house. But a lot of the time it also ends in a, I think you're wrong, but I respect you. That's kind of the fun. Oh, see?
Oh, Neve. Well, that's wonderful. Yeah, I saw some of your comics you had posted on Blue Sky.
Yes, more comics. The power of enemies to colleagues is so real, Arcade. You have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you have specific questions about it. You could drop it in the panel questions chat for me to get to after this.
Or potentially DMing.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, you can DM me. My DMs are open. Anybody who has questions for me in particular can DM me, as opposed to questions for staff, volunteer staff, you can put in the tickets.
Yeah, and people already know they're always welcome to DM me questions about projects I run, but I'm kind of an idiot. So, like, I don't know how much help I'll be.
I don't know why you're saying that. You're brilliant.
I am a little guy. I'm a dog with a boot stuck on its snout. That's me. Yeah, there have been a lot of plural folks making comics lately.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot. It's
awesome.
Great. Yeah, I was just looking at some really beautiful ones the other day. It's just, sometimes I kind of have to brace myself and go, like, I really hope that you're chill about not, being super hostile about discourse topics, please.
Discord.
Please be chill, please.
Crying. Yeah, I joined a Discord like a month or two ago, and I didn't realize it was Traumagenics # only, and so I walked in, and I was like, howdy, and everybody was like, hi, wow, hey, we know you, we've seen you around. I was like, cool, I think I've seen some of you guys around too. And then I realized at the bottom of the rules it said, if you're not traumagenic, get out, and I was like, whoops, I'm so sorry. I did not realize. I apologized and just left. In my defense, they didn't realize either. That's the problem with being older in the community. Mm-hmm. LB Lee put it really good, where it's like, if somebody comes up to me and asks, are you endogenic or traumagenic? I'm like, dude, this is like asking a caveman, are they Protestant or Catholic? That's how LB Lee puts it, and that's entirely accurate. did not follow their own DNI. Well, I don't use those terms.
Yeah, since you're from before those terms.
I'm 28 years old.
Yeah, traumagenic and endogenic, that was something that was invented in response to an anonymous ask on Tumblr around when? Like
2014.
2014.
Maybe?
Actually,
no, it might have been.
it was. I think it was later. I think it was maybe just off the top of my head. I think it was like 2016, maybe.
Somebody correct me if we have dates off by a couple years.
Yeah, and so, yeah, it really it's been so effective at creating a schism in the plural community that it sure does seem like if it's not an op that was for that purpose of trying to split up a marginalized group of people so that they're fighting among themselves against standing together. Even if it wasn't meant to do that, it sure had that effect. And, like, who did send that anon ask that started the whole thing?
Are you endogenic or traumagenic? Actually, I'm the giant red dragon that was giving everyone dreams in, like, 2016. Does anyone remember that? Am I the only one who remembers that? Yes, other people do, yes!
Yeah. And it's not the only discourse topic that people have been using to try and divide different kinds of plural systems into real plural systems and fake systems. There have been so different many things that people have tried to use that to divide that up. But it's like, why? What good is it to divide up plural systems into real and fake? Why do you need to do that?
I love the red dragon that appears to every dragonkin in their dreams to help them awaken. That's my link type, I've decided. I wish I had a cool link type like that, though. Unironically, the way everyone described that dragon back then was, like, majestic as hell.
And I never even encountered.
And you never encountered it.
That was just in the groups that you were in. I just didn't stumble across it.
I heard so many dragonkin on Tumblr be like, "This was the dragon," like capital
Which is
T,
universal, that
capital D,
that all dragons are familiar with and have experienced. And meanwhile, me over here being a dragon, going like, "Who's she?
Who's she?" Your dragon was green and then became a headmate. Don't even know about the red dragon. That's how I know I'm old. Why don't we get those anymore? Where are the red dragons of our time? Not like the red dragon, like, Therians and otherkin, but like...
There'll be some assorted tin pot cults that we'll hear about a couple of years later where they'll think that it was everybody who had heard of it, and we'll be like, we never heard of that.
To be fair, though, people thought you were dead.
Possibly one of the strangest rumors I've heard about myself that was not even close to correct.
Rest in peace!
Paige, you're a psychopath.
Is that how I managed to download you from the internet? Sometimes I can still hear their voice. Yeah, exactly.
Hi, I'm speaking to you on a Yeti microphone.
It's a spirit box.
And yeah, they, them, thank you.
You did have dreams of the red dragon. Of a red dragon. We can count it. It's fine.
That's such a normal color for a dragon to be.
Drago's literally a red dragon.
Yeah.
Red dragon burned down
There's
your
a red
village.
dragon not too far from me at this present moment.
I feel... I can't believe the red dragon of legend burned down your village. I'm so sorry, Poppy.
I mean, there's also that, the one in the Bible.
Oh, yeah.
Notable red dragons.
Rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated. Well, hey, hun, I'm really glad you're not dead. Light of my life.
Are you also glad I don't look like Mark Twain?
I'm also glad you don't look like Mark Twain, but I think I would have liked you no matter what. I'm demisexual.
Would you love me even if I had a gray mustache and sort of a mop of hair like that?
I mean, would you love me if I had a red handlebar mustache?
Yes.
You wouldn't download an Orion. I would and did download an Orion. Very downloadable. If you're dead, you can't direct me to Takoyaki Orion. You are not allowed to die.
Thank you, Silanth.
Man, I want takoyaki.
Oh my gosh, there was takoyaki at the fair and I didn't get any.
If I was a worm. Orion, would you still love me if I was a worm?
I mean, a worm's a dragon, so we'd both be worms together. Wriggling.
Wriggling? Is that what they call it these days? Oh god, I'm sorry. Exactly! Rayquazas are very wriggly, so I'm delighted to hear you say that comment. You should wriggle more. Everybody should wriggle more. It's a great form of stretching, I'm pretty sure. Wriggling intensifies. What is the theme for Centaurus Festival this year? Wriggling. Oh no.
There it is. It's a red worm and it's wiggling.
Oh my god, it's the red dragon. Everyone roll for wriggle. And Onion is a cat. She does wriggle sometimes.
Oh, it was a worm moon? A worm?
A worm? How is Onion? That's a great question. I think Onion's asleep in the cat tree.
Yeah, I think she doesn't realize that we're home. Yeah.
She hasn't started, like, sadly meowing yet. Do we have any Haku Spirited Away fiction folk here? That is the wriggliest dragon. That's a pretty wriggly dragon. I don't know, that's just how I, like, look. Different colors, but... A single warm-hearted person. I love that. The purest of heart.
Hey, have you all heard of that one kind of actual worm that's extremely rare that only lives in... It was presumed extinct, and they found a couple of them in eastern Washington.
No?
It's the only...
What worm is this? You have to tell us. You can't just say that to 49 people and then not tell us what the worm is. A worm?
I think
Exactly.
Ursula Vernon posted about it. Shoot, now I'm going to have to find the links. It's been a few months since the last... No, it's been a couple of years since I read this. Uh-oh.
Oh, the passage of time. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find those links. But, yeah, it's much larger, it's white, and it's the only native species of earthworm. All of the earthworms we have in the rest of the United States, or North America, I think it was, are all technically introduced from Europe. I mean, not introduced, but I was a little bit confused about that when I was reading
Three
it.
people left after we started talking about the worm. Infinite sadness. Alaskan bullworm.
But yeah, some entomologists discovered it, and they're like, wait, we thought this was extinct. And so they made a little very 1990s looking web page about it, where they're like, if anybody else can find evidence of this worm, please show us.
Do you have the worm? I'm shaking a man down for like the worms in his pockets or something.
Yeah, because, like, the weird thing is, I could swear I have encountered this type of worm in Washington State when I was gardening. But I didn't know it was something special, so, I mean, who would? That's one of the things about entomology. People see bugs all the time and they don't think anything of it. They don't know if they're seeing a special bug or not.
I think about that so often when I see a bug I don't recognize. I'm like, this could be a new bug.
Yeah.
And then I find out it's just a really, really niche species of assassin fly.
Yeah, where we had to learn about assassin flies when we were all looking at, like, gee,
Or
Orion.
no, I think it was robber flies, actually.
The same thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's another common name for it. And both of us were just going like, gee, Orion, what's that thing sitting on your leg? And, oh, okay, it's actually a really dangerous bug. And they're not rare, but neither of us knew what it was.
Dangerous. It just would have hurt if it bit you. I love them. I think they're great. I was instantly in love with this really angry, like, he wasn't hissing, but he was, like, vibrating so hard that it was making a really angry noise, and I loved him. We released him right outside.
He was on my leg.
And he was on Orion's leg.
He didn't do anything to me, but...
He was very angry when we put the cup over him and just kind of gently removed him. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm so sorry. Please let me put you outside."
Yeah, Paige at first was like, "Oh, it's a dragonfly," and I'm like, "That's not a dragonfly. I don't know what that is, but that's not a
I don't.
dragonfly."
Well, yeah, but then I got a closer look and I'm like, "Oh no, that's definitely not a dragonfly."
Yeah, we looked it up online afterwards. It was interesting to look at the
I think we
entomology
found the
websites.
exact subspecies. What was it? A hammerhead?
Something like that. But
Something like
but
that.
yeah, we found like there are entomologists who are wild about this one type. Well, not one type. Has a lot of different species of assassin fly. And
They're good boys.
Yeah.
That's the conclusion I've reached.
Paige says that about all creatures.
Because it's true. Would a neurotypical god make this many beetles? Gotta go drown in coffee. Have fun. Have fun drowning in coffee. Beetles are great. My favorite type of bug is...
I'm sorry to anyone in the chat who has phobias about bugs.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm sorry. I grew up originally wanting to...
You wanted a pet hissing cockroach.
I wanted a pet hissing cockroach as a kid, and I did have like a Goliath bird eater tarantula as a kid. And I really wanted to be I really wanted to study insects professionally as a kid. Didn't happen. I went into religion instead because I'm a little fucking weirdo. Oh no, Chimeras, are you also sick?
Oh no.
Transferred my sickness across
both of my partner
digital
systems are sick. No.
I'm dying. Virtual con crud! No!
And that is a thing, by the way. You can get virtual con crud, especially if you are like really stressing yourself out with trying to keep odd hours to attend panels. So take care of yourselves, everybody. Make sure you get rest. Make sure you're not neglecting your homework or chores or other stuff on your to-dos. Don't be surprised if, it's common to feel really tired right after an online convention. That's why that's why I have Monday off.
I don't because I hate myself.
Your job wouldn't grant it to you when you asked.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
I love spiders. Some of my best friends are spiders.
I'm glad that not all of my best friends are spiders.
Skill issue.
Oh, should all my best friends be spiders? Should you be a spider? Is this what you're telling me?
I don't think I want to deal with that many phantom legs. It sounds like a lot.
That sounds really difficult.
For spider. It is a lot, yeah, yeah.
Okay, also, people who love bugs and are frustrated with people...
Baby!
The thing where you tell people you like bugs or something cool about bugs and then they tell you about killing bugs. You might like to read the book Kinship with... No, not Kinship with All Life. That's a different one. You might
Are
like
you
that
thinking
one too.
The Infinite in the Small?
Yeah, the Infinite in the Small, is that the proper title?
I think so.
Just a sec, it's on the shelf.
You're gonna go grab it? Yeah. I mean, I think we have to give, like, some...
Yeah, please give the content warning about that.
Okay, book. Okay. So Orion's going and grabbing a book from the shelf. It's, I believe it's The Infinite in the Small. It's a book on connectivity with especially, like, the small animals in our lives and the animals that aren't domesticated, which basically amounts to, like, the bugs and, like, the animals we consider to be, like, pest insects and stuff. Yes, the voice of the infinite and the small. Yeah. The caveat I have to give, however, is that the author she fully believes that she can telepathically talk and control insects. So that is a content warning I need to give because that came out of left field when I was reading the book. I was like, whoa, wait, what?
Yeah, it's The Voice of the Infinite in the Small, Revisioning the Insect-Human Connection by Joanne Elizabeth Locke. And this book is a little bit frustrating to me because on the one hand, it is so much of the book that I want it to be, that talks about what's valuable and wonderful about insects and how Humankind as a whole needs to develop better attitudes about insects so that we don't wipe out all life on Earth trying to do reckless stuff with pesticides. We need to be able to value these lives and learn more about them. Um, there's also a lot of interesting stuff in here unpacking the hatred that people have toward insects, where they'll just automatically go to hating and fearing insects, even if you're trying to talk to them about things about insects that are wonderful. And and they also talk about the problem of how we don't really have a good umbrella term for bugs and insects that includes arachnids and also not other animals that aren't seem like they shouldn't be in that group. You know what I'm saying? There isn't really a good word for it, so they end up. That's something they talk about in the beginning of the book. Um, but on the other hand, the author cites like weekly world news and things that are definitely not true, alongside actual scientific stuff that's very interesting, without any indication that she is aware of these being less reliable sources.
Yeah.
So
It's very frustrating because it's like, oh no, your premise is so good and you're doing that?
The premise is so good. The spirit and heart behind it is beautiful and wonderful, and I love the way that it's organized, too. Structurally, as a book. That's very well done. But the scholarship is, we need better.
We need better. We have it on our bookshelf regardless, but...
Yeah. The spiritual stuff about bugs and animal telepathic communication, that's part of the range of experiences that people can have with spirituality about animals. But it was just kind of surprising to encounter it a certain way into the book, where up until that point you assume it's going to be based in regular science and...
There hadn't been any mention of
granted.
it.
Yeah, it
came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it just isn't really introduced as though it's something that needs to be introduced to the reader. It's just as though it's like taken for granted. So yeah, it's you don't realize it's a new age book when you're picking it up.
Yeah, you would think that would be a thing to mention. You would, yeah. And yet, I mean...
I would still recommend people who love insects or are interested in working on their attitudes about insects and other animals that are socially viewed as unpopular or uncharismatic. I think you would enjoy reading this book. It just may be a little bit of a struggle if you feel if you're concerned about the scholarship quality of the sources she's citing and whether they're reliable, and also some of the spiritual beliefs that are being posed as though they're universally true for everyone. That's the issue.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the actual problem.
The actual beliefs are like okay. Whatever.
It's okay if somebody believes they can communicate on a spiritual level with animals. The problem is if they're talking about it as though it's true for everyone. It's like, your spiritual beliefs are not true for everyone.
Your experiences are not universal. Yeah, definitely. It's that, yeah.
And I think it also had some cool stuff about like culture and folklore around insects and stuff like that. It's really interesting. It's just you have to take it with so much salt. So many grains of salt. And yeah, pushing unverified personal gnosis as though it's universal gnosis. Exactly.
Yeah. A whole shaker of salt.
Yes, the book title is The Voice of the Infinite in the Small, Revisioning the Insect-Human Connection by Joanne Elizabeth Locke. If somebody can drop a link to like the Amazon or Goodreads listing for other people who are asking, that'd be handy.
Yeah.
I was trying to juggle talking in the chat and also talking out loud and also keeping up with the chat, and I was realizing I couldn't do both, so that's why I'm asking somebody else to do it.
It does take a... Why is the paperback $134?
Okay, it should not...
What?
Okay, somebody's scalping for that. Don't pay that for
Why
it.
the fuck is somebody scalping that much?
Oh, no, I guess maybe...
Oh, that's buy new. The used is $13. Okay. I was about to be like, what the fuck is happening here?
Buy it for $13 instead. It's available for that on Amazon.
134? What sort of field guide to other can-ass shit is this?
Also, that has a different cover than this one. Is that a different edition?
Here, wait, I'm gonna...
The one I'm holding, I think is
Oh, don't worry, the other edition is only $112. Oh my god, what? Ah! I swear to you guys, I did not spend $100 on this book. I spent like $5.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, that is just how shopping on Amazon...
What the fuck?
That's how buying books on Amazon is. A lot of the time, books will be scalped for on Amazon by third-party sellers for totally unreasonable prices. Even if the book isn't actually rare.
This is being sold by the author for new. No, wait, sold by Aquila Ventures.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's evil. What the fuck?
Okay, so what else you can do is you can search on worldcat.org, if I'm remembering the URL correctly, and find out. It will tell you if there is a library near you that has a copy of this book.
$100. That's wild. The book is not that good. It is not worth $100. Also, Anna's Archive.
You didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that. Ahem. Yeah, wild.
But yeah, we see that happen all the time.
Ha! Archive.org has it. Let's go. And that's why you should donate to archive.org.
Hey.
It's circling back around. Okay, it is 11 a.m. We have successfully circled back around after getting wildly off track.
700? No.
Poppy.
Don't buy that. Don't buy that.
Horrible. Yeah, don't buy that.
Not for that
especially
price.
because,
No.
like, especially, don't you already have Poppy? Do you not already have a copy of a field guide? Oh, hey, I got you. We'll figure it out. I don't remember a digital copy. Yeah. Do you have the
original cover price on this listed on the
original
back of the
cover price is $20?
No, not $20.
It's $18.95. I'm rounding up.
$18.95, not 1,100. You know.
Poppy, which do you have the digital copy that's searchable or the digital copy that isn't?
Let's talk about this outside of a recording.
Yeah. I'll both. Okay, yeah. All right. Okay, we've circled back around. It's 11 a.m. I have not had breakfast, and I'm very hungry.
Okay.
Also, we have panels that are coming up in an hour. We're looking at Poetry Basics 101 Part 1 by Kunabi. There will be a Part 2 tomorrow. It's going to be a 2-part panel. Go to both parts. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm super excited for it. Yes, I'm going to eat food. I'm really hungry. I'm hungry and sick, and it's rough. I'm doing my best.
Oh, you have leftover soup.
I don't know if I want soup for breakfast, though. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Don't ignore me. Ignore me. But yes, we have a panel in an hour. Please consider joining. It's going to be great. It's hosted by Kunabi, and it's poetry. This is the first poetry panel I think I've seen, so I'm like really hyped for it. Can we do a quick readout of today's offerings? Yes, absolutely. We're doing Poetry Basics 101 Part 1 by Kunabi at noon EST, so that's in an hour. There's Seeing Yourself, A Guide to Commissioning Alter-Human Art by Mar/Florian at 3:30 to 4:30 p.m.
EST.
Also EST. There is What is Esperanto by my handsome boyfriend Orion Scribner.
And that's not actually a panel. We're just going to have a 12-minute video that we watch in a little informal discussion group. I have not created the panel of my dreams there. It's not even going to be recorded. Someday.
And it will be right before the Night on the Galactic Railroad movie showing at 8 p.m. Because Esperanto is in Night on the Galactic Railroad. That's a major part of it. So, consider going to both. But that's our entire schedule for today. So, if you guys have anything you'd like to host, once again, please just let me know. I will toss it on the schedule. We will get it going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some space this afternoon where we might be able to fit something in. Although, keep in mind, this afternoon on a Friday, maybe not everybody will be able to attend because of it still being not the weekend yet properly.
Yeah, there will probably be some folks working. We have the schedule in the official links channel, but also everything on the schedule. Nova was fantastic and uploaded it as events to Discord, so you can check the events listing to see when it is in your time.
And yes, there is space on other days. You can take a look at, you can look at the schedule by in Discord. In the list of channels, you can find events with a little calendar icon. You can click on that, and it'll show you the schedule corrected for your local time. So it's not in EST in that one; it's in your own local time zone. And then we also have a spreadsheet in Google Docs.
The only thing is I haven't updated the calendar yet. I will be right after I get some food in my body and we're done here. Before closing ceremonies, but after stories around the digital campfire have been claimed. Poppy has called dibs on that. So that spot is not available. Just to warn y'all.
There was another presentation I was wanting to do of that didn't get in the calendar.
The Hungarian folktales?
Yeah, and the discussion of the Stith-Thompson Folklore Motif Index and how you can figure out the genetics of folktales.
Yeah, so that will probably also get plopped into the calendar. Hello, world!
Hi. We're just wrapping up the opening ceremonies, but I'm glad you made it to hear just a little bit of it. If you have questions, you can drop them in panel questions, or create a ticket, or the other channel for asking the staff that I don't have in front of me, so I forget the exact wording of it.
But other than that, I think we've gone over all the basics and then some, and then a lot actually for everything. So I think we'll wrap it up here so everybody can chill out and get ready. Okay, cool. Swag. Excellent. I will let y'all go. Thank you so much for attending this Centaurus Festival. I hope it's a great time, and once again, if you have a panel idea, just ask me.
Oh yeah, and we were going to put on the Centaurus Festival theme music.
Oh, wait, also, one more thing before I let you all go.
Yeah.
If you have a friend who wants to join but forgot to register, or if you know some people who did, just reach out to staff. We will just give you an invite for them. It's totally fine. We're not very strict about that. We're a pretty small con. It's no big deal. The more the merrier, you know?
All right, so now everybody enjoy the beginning of this festival.
Woo!
I was thinking, while you're going and getting breakfast, maybe I could leave this open, so that... No?
I don't know. I'm just really hungry.
I was thinking I would hang out in there, but I don't know, everybody's leaving.
Oh, wait, let me... sorry. Did I get you?
What about the music? Everybody's leaving, so I guess we just didn't do that.